already know, the PS4 beat the Xbox One in sales. We know that the PS3 beat the Xbox 360 in sales. But it also beat that system in resolution. We know that there were higher resolution games made by first party developers last generation on the PS3 compared to those games on the 360. What was really holding back everybody last gen was the 360 being so weak. Remember, it was using DVD 9 disc, while Sony was pushing Blu-ray disc, which hold more memory. That's why when a game like Final Fantasy 13 came out, right? It was on so many discs on Xbox and only one disc on PlayStation. It was also confirmed that a lot of content was cut due to not enough space on the Xbox disc. So yes, Xbox has been holding back PlayStation for 2 generations now. Sad to say, it's holding everybody back with this Cyberpunk thing. Now, if you already know, right? Let's go forward. You looked at this long enough. I have not hyped up Cyberpunk. Not because it's not an exclusive, right? I went out day one, hyped up by the community to buy Witcher 3, right? I never played Witcher 1, never played Witcher 2, but I got the game, which was a multiplat, confirmed day one, because everybody hyped me up on it. And I thought it was going to be dope. I really liked the combat, but the visuals on the PS4 was unacceptable. Now, PC fans, if they're even making it this far into the video, they will tell me, oh, it's because it's on consoles. Well, that's not a good excuse. I've played games like Death Stranding, Days Gone, God of War, Uncharted 4, with better looking trees, with better water, with better grass than fucking Witcher 3, okay? This is why I choose first-party developers over third-party developers, because first-party developers will make a way. They will find a way to make that game look good. While we're at it, the trees on Killzone Shadowfall from 7 years ago and the trees on Infamous Second Son from 6 years ago look better than The Witcher 3. These are facts, okay? They could have did better on the things that I have to look at all the fucking time. If you were wondering why I traded that game in after 2 weeks of having it at my house, that's why. Now, do I blame the developer? No, I don't. I blame the Xbox One. Because that same developer delayed Cyberpunk, and now we're figuring out why they delayed the game. Again, this is 2013 you're looking at. I know you're listening to my voice, but look at the facts. This is 2013. When a supposed last generation console was supposed to be running all their games in 720p, I made a video on my now suspended account that most of those games were not even 720p, including Call of Duty. So Call of Duty's last generation on the 360 were not 720p. They were 60 frames, but they were not 720p. Okay? Now, we thought we left a generation with 720p, but we really didn't. That's how weak the Xbox One is. It was doing 720p even though we knew last gen was supposed to be doing 720p, but it wasn't because of the 360. So the 360 held back the PlayStation 3. It made developers comfortable and lazy. They didn't want to learn new hardware. But then when Sony first party developers learned that new hardware and they start shitting on every fucking third party developer under the sun with the quality of games, not the sales, not the awards, not the Metacritic, the quality. That's what we're talking about. Now, if all these developers, they have delayed their games, these are facts right here, if they're having such a problem making this game available for the Xbox One, we're not talking about the X, okay? We're talking about the Xbox One and the Xbox One S, right? If it's so hard to develop these games for this weak-ass system, I would propose to skip the current generation Xbox system and only put it on the next generation Xbox system. Now, for the PlayStation guys, we know the PS4 can handle those games. They might not be as pretty as the PS5 version, but we know the PS4 can handle all the games that have been delayed, and now we know why they have been delayed, right? So this is Titanfall. This resolution is so unique that it has been labeled exclusive to the Xbox One, because I've never fucking saw it. Ever. I've searched before doing this video and years ago when I did a similar video talking about Titanfall. I have never saw this resolution pop up for any other game. This is horrible. It's embarrassing. So don't sit up there and say, oh, current gen won't fucking hold back next gen. Yes, it fucking will. Yes, it will. And we only had this unique situation this time around because the Xbox One was weak as shit and the 360 was weak as shit. And the 360 was the premier system last gen because it came out first and all developers were, fawning over that shit. And it had higher sales because it was a year earlier. But then they never wanted to do better. That's why all the Assassin's Creeds look like ass. Because Ubisoft was comfortable. They could have done better. They could have made the game look better if they took advantage of the cell processor. I know it was hard to develop for, but look at what Naughty Dog did. Look at what Insomniac did. Look at what Sucker Punch did. Look at what Sony Santa Monica did. They pulled the power out of the PS3 and made the world pay attention to it. Quality. Quality is what's going to sell the consoles. Okay. Next article. Oh, the last one is funny. So, as you guys know, Sunset Overdrive, right? This game is exclusive to the Xbox One. It is now available on PC. You can even buy it physical for PC. You can buy it on Steam or anywhere else. The game flopped. Not because it was a bad game, but because the resolution was low and the PS4 fans teased the Xbox fans, and then they got embarrassed and then they didn't buy it. Now, I've gotten so many games the Xbox fans said was garbage, and I loved them. Xbox fans shitted on The Order 1886, got that game, platinumed it. They were shitting on Days Gone, got that game, platinumed it. They were shitting on Death Stranding, got that game, platinumed it. They said that Concrete Genie was a bad game, got that game, platinumed it. Dreams, fucking got that. I was in the beta, the alpha, and the early access. When that game comes out on Valentine's Day, I will already have it on my system. I don't know if I'm going to go for the platinum. It depends on how difficult it is. But I'm enjoying the fuck out of the early access. So yeah, you can't let somebody else stop you from buying a game. That makes you weak. So, that's how we're going to go about that. But 900p, 30 frames, that's as much as they could get out of the Xbox One in 2014. That is sad. That is fucking sad. When they came over on a PS4 and made Ratchet and Clank without the Pro, and it was 1080p. Last one. This is coming from Forbes.com, right? They said, there's no excuse for Star Wars Battlefront to run at 720p on Xbox One. This article was published more than 2 years ago. It's crazy. They said there's no fucking excuse that the Xbox One over 2 years ago was still producing a 720p game.